Hey guys, welcome in Java interview question and answer. In this video tutorial, we are going to talk about one of the very important Java interview question, which is equally important for every Java developer, whether you have experience or you haven't. You should know these key points, right? So here, a question is that what are the key principles when designing a software for performance efficiency? Yeah. So in this basically question, we are going to basically we are going to basically see the 9 important key points, which is basically very crucial, very important when you design any application for performance reason, right? So let's try to understand each and every point, right? So here, first point says a stateless design using RESTful web services can help to achieve scalability whenever possible. In such application, minimal session elements need to be replicated while distributing the application over multiple hosts. User can save their favorite URLs, and thus there should be no need for page flow if we use RESTful web services. This is the first key point. Let's move ahead. Second key points, we have a logging can be done asynchronously to save precious time of a method call, right? So if you are using most of the logging framework basically has been implemented using the concept is called asynchronously, right? Asynchronously, that makes the call. And if some of the logging framework, if you adapt and that makes call synchronously, then performance may be not good for your application. So make sure that whatever logging framework you are using, that basically works asynchronously. Yeah. Now next point, more processes version, more threads can be configured based on the demand of the target application. Generally, it is advised to have a JVM with up to 2 GB memory, because increasing memory beyond 2 GB incurs heavy garbage collection pauses, and if we require more processing, then we prefer to have a separate process for the JVM altogether. Multiple independent tasks should be run in parallel. Tasks can be partitioned to improve the performance. So this is also very crucial point, very important point, right? We should keep the our basically JVM size or heap size not more than 2 GB, as a lot of garbage collection will happen, and that can make slow of your application, right? And we should perform the task in the basically partitioned manner, right? Now next point says if we improve upon concurrency of software piece, then we can increase its scalability, right? This can be achieved by reducing the dependency on the shared resources. We should try utilizing the latest hardware optimization through Java as much as possible. For example, we can use atomic utilities provided by the Java util.concurrent.atomic package. You have a lot of basically atomic utilities class. You can use them, or fork join to achieve higher throughput in concurrent application. We should try holding the shared logs for a little time as possible, right? So this is also a very important point. Now fifth point, we have a resource pooling and caching can use to improve the processing time. Executing jobs in batches can further improve the performance, right? So we can use the resource pooling, right? Rather creating a resource again, we can reuse the basically resource by making the resource pool. We can implement some kind of caching rather than hitting the database again and again for the same data. We can basically implement the cache, and time to time we should basically refresh our cache, so that cache will hold the latest data which is available in the database side, as well as executing jobs in the batches rather than making call to the every time for every basically to execute every SQL query on the database side. Rather sending individual query to the database engine, we can make a batch of the query and we can send in the one call. That may improve the performance of our application. Now sixth point, we have a picking up appropriate algorithm and data structure for the given scenario can help optimize the processing, right? So if you do not choose the proper data structure, then that may basically impact your application performance as well, right? So we should make sure that we are using the appropriate algorithm as well as data structure. Now seventh point, we have if we are using SQL in our application, then we should tune the SQL, use batching wherever possible, and create indexes on the essentials table columns for faster retrievals, right? So this is very straightforward for a Java developer. Now eighth point, we should tune our JVM for optimum memory setting, like garbage collection setting. For example, if we do a lot of text processing in our application with big temporary objects being created, then we should have a larger young generation defined so that frequent garbage collection run does not happen, right? So this point already I have been discussing in the many interview questions. So I think this should be also very clear to you. Now last but not the least, last point, we have a ninth point: keep up the date keep up to the date with new technologies for performance benefits. So Java comes with a lot of enhanced, a lot of latest improved API. So try to adapt those API, those technology, so that performance of the application would be up to the mark, right? So that's all I have in this video tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoy learning this video. I'm just hoping you would have something new learning in this video, guys. Big thank you for watching this video. And if you want to learn Java in much more detail, then you can refer our website kkjavatutorials.com, guys. Big thank you and see you there in the next video tutorial.